Hi, this is Miss Radis, and for this video, I'm going to talk about the fast food project. So for this project, you have to select a place that you're going to eat. Now, it's a virtual place. You don't actually have to go there, but you do need to go to their website and look up some nutritional information. You need to select 4 items for their menu. So for example, you could select a sandwich, French fries as a side, a dessert, maybe a milkshake, and some kind of a soda to go with it. These are just examples. You select whatever you like as long as you get 4 items. And you're going to start by creating a spreadsheet. And the spreadsheet, so to create the spreadsheet, make sure you go to your Google Classroom and then on the post, go to create. And your spreadsheet should have the name of the restaurant. And then if you go to row 3, you're going to type total calories, fat calories, non-fat calories, and percentage of fat. So I actually did get my spreadsheet started. And I'm going to make this just a little bit bigger so you can see what I'm doing. And a lot of kids sometimes have questions about how I formatted it. So let me show you. So I'm just going to select the entire row. I went to bold. And then after bold, I went to center. I also did this one, which is a vertical alignment, and put it in the middle. And last but not least, I did the center one, which is to wrap. And that's how I got it looking like that. And then you should remember how, from other assignments, how to go ahead and apply a thick bottom border. So I'm just going to probably pick this one. And I did not select the bottom border, and this is how I did it. So as you can see, I've already started. I'm thinking about going to eat at McDonald's. So I think I'm going to eat a McChicken sandwich. So what you want to do is you want to type in McDonald's. However, you want to look up the nutritional information. So I'm going to type in McDonald's nutritional information or something like that. So again, you don't have to eat at McDonald's. There are a lot of places you can eat: Dairy Queen, Subway, Panera, Qdoba, Chipotle. As long as you can find nutritional information online, that's basically what you need. Now, I don't want you getting the information from Google. We are currently in Google, and this here is not enough information. You want to go directly to their website. So right here, it says McDonald's Nutrition Calculator. So that's perfect. So when I get there, I'm going to go ahead and wait for it to load. And I'm going to look for this. It takes me immediately to the different food categories. And like I said, I want to go ahead and do a chicken sandwich. So I'm going to look for it, and I'm going to get the McChicken. So when I click on the McChicken, it allows me to customize it if I want, but I'm not going to do anything else to it. But if I scroll at the top, it tells me it's 410 calories, 22 grams, G stands for grams, of total fat. And it's got some other information that we're not going to use today. And it's also got some other information down here. But for this exercise, for this particular project, we only need 2 pieces of information. We need calories and total fat. So if I go back to my spreadsheet, under total calories, I'm going to put 410. But under fat calories, I'm going to, and then under fat calories, I see 22. And a lot of kids have the temptation to just type in the number 22. But 22 is in grams and not in fat. So it actually says it right here. Calories from fat is 190, because it's actually calories. Or you could do the calculation, which I do indicate in this worksheet. If the restaurant reports the fat in grams, multiply the grams by 9 to get the fat calories. So let's see what happens. If I go equal 22 times 9, I get 198. So it's pretty close to what they said. It's only off by 8 calories. So maybe it wasn't exactly 22, maybe it was like 21.5, but they wrote 22. So close enough. So either you're going to multiply it by 9, or you're going to take the number off of their website. So the rest of these, however, you don't complete by getting off the website. You have to actually type in the formula. So I'd go in and figure out what's the next thing I'm going to eat, and I look that up, etc. So you have to have 4 items. And then you have to go back to the worksheet and look. If you see, we've got percent here, we've got totals going on, because on the bottom of the worksheet, I tell you what a formula to enter in from column D. Enter a formula to calculate the non-fat calories. You're going to subtract fat calories from total calories. So that means that in this column, you need to start with an equal, because you're doing a formula, and it says you need to subtract these 2 columns. So that's what it says to do, so you follow that. And then for column E, enter a formula in range E4 through E8. Notice it says E8. Enter a formula to calculate percentage of fat, and then do it as a percent with 2 decimals. divide fat calories by total calories. So you're going to be putting another formula in here. Sorry, escape. So you're going to start with equal, make sure you use a division sign, but it says to go all the way to E8. So be careful with that. That's actually a major hint for some of you guys. And then when you are done, you have a completed spreadsheet, you move on to step two. And steps two, there's a worksheet called the step two fast food project. And that should be attached to your Google Classroom. And so what you want to do is you find that worksheet. It should be attached. I just can't see it right now. But it'll say step two. And there's some questions that you need to answer. And the answers will be located in the spreadsheet that you created. And then the third part is you have to write an essay, and your essay has to include 4 paragraphs. The first paragraph, you introduce the essay. Why are you writing this essay? The second paragraph, you're summarizing the nutritional information about the meal that you chose. The third paragraph, you're comparing and contrasting your meal with another student. What restaurant did he or she visit, and what was their content? And that would be done in summary information. The last paragraph is the most important paragraph and gives you a hint as to why you're writing this. So how does your total calories and percentage of fat compare to the recommendation for your age group? So you're going to have to use the internet to figure out how many calories are you, your age, your gender, your height, all that stuff. How many calories are you supposed to be eating per day? And how much percentage of fat are you supposed to be consuming? So those are the 2 most important things for this project that you're doing. You're using a database, your spreadsheet, to figure out total calories and percentage of fat. I have some websites here to help you. You don't have to use them. You could just use Google to help you find that information. But basically, your introduction is something about looking at your meal related to amount of fat and amount of calories that you should be consuming. And then there's a couple other requirements that you need to have. Make sure that your essay has the logo on it, and in the footnotes, you have to add the links. So what I mean by that is this is where I've got the chicken sandwich. So I need to go ahead and copy this link. I'm just going to do a Control C and put that in the footer of my essay. So maybe while you are building your spreadsheet, just to make your life easier, you might want to put the link off to the side so you have to go back and find it. But I need these links in the footnotes of your spreadsheet so then I can go back and check to see that you put the proper information. So the final project that you turn in has to include 3 different pieces. There must be the spreadsheet, the part 2, which is the document that you fill in 10 different questions about your spreadsheet, and a 4-paragraph essay. Make sure you go back and check the rubric and all the requirements. Okay, hope you learn a lot about the food that's out there. Have a great time. Bye.